Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the Fortnite channel. Today we have a very exciting video. We're going to be talking about MrSavageM. Because guess what, guys? He has finally signed with his very first big pro team. It's basically official because MrSavageM tweeted this out last night. The eye emojis with the GIF that pretty much every single pro player uses once they are signed with a big team. So basically this means, yeah, it's official. We just don't know who he is going to be signing with. So in today's video, we're going to be breaking down who MrSavageM is and what pro team will he be joining. Is it going to be FaZe Clan, Team Secret, Team Atlantis, TSM, NIP, or even someone else? There are endless possibilities, but I'm pretty sure I have a good idea on which teams are actually possible and who he might join. So real quick, guys, do me a favor. If you do enjoy my content and you're excited for this video, please do drop a like on it. Every single like really helps my channel grow, and the more growth I get, the more time I can put into getting you guys the news and drama videos as soon as possible. And if this is your type of content, don't be scared. I do not bite. Hit that subscribe button, guys. Join the family. And now, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it. So for those of you guys who do not know who MrSavageM is, he is a 14-year-old player that comes all the way from Norway. He has been recently rising to stardom due to his young age and very unique playstyle. It seems like every single day he's coming up with new ways on how to outplay his opponents. Not only that, but he is also one of the fastest builders in all of Fortnite and has incredibly accurate aim. What really impresses me about MrSavageM is that he is so quick-witted for his age. No matter what the situation is, whether it looks really bad for him or really good, he will still manage to come out on top looking like an absolute god. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of his best highlights I've ever seen.
What do you mean wall instead of a ramp, bro? What?
I can't even see
Holy
shit.
shit, I'm getting outplayed by fucking zombies, bro, right now.
Like when you double ramp, you place a wall above you, and then you do cone,
How
edit
do you
that
even
cone
place
and
a
cone.
wall? You can't place a wall above.
Yes.
Oh, you mean like that?
I mean,
And then what do you do after that?
Oh, you fat fuck.
Well, let me see your stream. Yeah, and you cone on the wall, top of the wall.
Bob.
And you edit that cone.
And then that.
Who's breathing like he's having sex?
You mean this?
Yeah.
That is so. That goes one lower than the other one.
You sure?
I don't see Savage. Holy fuck.
Do it next to each
I
other.
don't think you're ever gonna use it in the game.
Do the exact
Yes, you
same next to
will.
each other.
Hey, GG's, man.
So these were some of my favorite highlights of MrSavageM, and now you guys can see why some of these big organizations would want to sign him. Not only is he incredibly talented, but he's also super young, which means he has a very long career ahead of him and so much time to fulfill the potential he has. So now let's move on and talk about some of the teams that would make sense for MrSavageM to join. Let's talk about Team Secret because it's very likely that MrSavageM could be joining them. First and foremost, anybody who watches MrSavageM knows that he enjoys playing with Mongrel. They've become a pretty iconic duo, mainly because of their age, and since Team Secret has already signed young and up-and-coming talent like Mongrel, it would make sense they would want to sign another guy like MrSavageM, who is currently blowing up right now on YouTube and Twitch. Another reason why Team Secret would want to sign another player is because recently, on January 1st, one of their players, Sakoner, left the organization. They currently have 4 players on their roster now, but they have had more than 4 in the past. With Sakoner leaving, that could potentially leave open a spot for MrSavageM. And now let's move on to the next team that is possible, and that's TSM. Now there is one big reason why I think MrSavageM might not join TSM, and that's because he is from Europe. Everybody on the TSM Fortnite squad right now is from North America, but that doesn't mean they wouldn't want to venture out and sign a player from Europe. They could easily start up a European TSM squad. But the big reasons why TSM could sign MrSavageM is because they're always looking to sign new talent. They recently signed Zexro, and then before that they signed a junior squad, which makes it even more likely that they could sign MrSavageM. They're already trying to foster the young talent. With Slappy, Winters, Commandment, and Cloud, all players around the ages of 14 to 15, the same age as MrSavageM, I could easily see them wanting to sign him, especially because they do love big content creators, and MrSavageM is really on the rise right now. Now this next organization is very likely in my opinion, which is Team Atlantis. If you keep up with European Fortnite, you know that Team Atlantis is the best team out there. And Team Atlantis loves signing new players. They have a total of 11 on their team. So it's not like that's going to hold them back, and they've also recently started their own junior team. 2 days ago, they signed Astro and Flick, two very young players who they are looking to foster. And again, just like TSM, MrSavageM easily fits into that category. Now moving on to the big one, we have FaZe Clan, which would be an awesome signing. I would love to see MrSavageM compete with these guys. Now this one, in my opinion, is probably the least likely one just because they do not have anybody outside of North America, and they haven't really been signing players recently. They did sign Funk Bomb in December, but before that, their last signing was Nate Hill in August, so I feel like they're content with the team they have, and I don't see them wanting to expand into Europe just yet like TSM might want to. And I think that's mainly due to the success that FaZe has had with their roster in North America, while TSM has kind of struggled finding some strong talent that will perform for them consistently in big tournaments. So overall, while it might be awesome to see him join, I don't think it's likely. And now moving on to the last team that MrSavageM might join, we have Ninjas in Pajamas, which is a weird one. I'm not too sure if Ninjas in Pajamas are still interested in signing Fortnite players, because recently they have gotten rid of 3 of their players. 2 of the players they got rid of in December, and then literally yesterday on January 25th, they got rid of their 3rd player, Young, leaving 1 player on the roster, Goofy. Now this could either mean Ninjas in Pajamas is trying to rebuild their roster around Goofy, or they're just quitting and getting out of Fortnite in general. They haven't really released much information about this though, just small Twitter posts coming from the former players saying that they are now free agents. So I'm not too sure what Ninjas in Pajamas is looking to do, but signing MrSavageM would definitely be a really good way to get back into the competitive scene and have a big content creator under your belt. That's pretty much it for now though, guys. I threw a few organizations out there that MrSavageM could be joining. I really do feel like it will be one of these. Team Secret's probably the biggest one, then Team Atlantis. Overall though, I would love to see him join any of these teams. Let me know down below who you guys would like to see him join. And of course, as soon as he does announce who he is joining, you guys will know first here on my YouTube channel. So do not forget, subscribe and turn post notifications on if you want to know exactly when that video comes out. That is going to be it though. Thank you so much to everybody who watched my video. If you did make it to the end, let me know down in the comments. I'll be replying to everybody who watches till the end. I love every single one of you. And do not forget, drop that like for me, guys. Alright, that's it for me. Peace, guys.